And the biggest bust of the last decade. Some of you might have guessed this one, but it is...
Hey, what's up guys, it's Lowman back here with another video, and today I'm going to be making top 15 draft busts of the last 10 years, like the last decade. And so, some of these I had to reach a little bit further back in time. Like, I think the furthest I went was 12 years back, because really, you can't say a guy's a draft bust that got drafted 2 years ago. He might just be a late bloomer. But yeah, let's just get right into it. And before we do, these players are in no particular order, so yeah. So first up, we got Devin McIlrath. He was drafted 10th overall in the 2010 draft. In his career, he had 66 games played, 3 goals, 5 points, 121 penalty minutes. In his draft year, he had 7 goals, 21 points in 65 games played with 169 penalty minutes. The teams he played for in his career were the New York Rangers, the Florida Panthers, and the Detroit Red Wings. He hasn't got an NHL point since 2016-17 season. His best season was in 2015-16 when he had 34 games played, 2 goals, and 4 points. He is currently in the AHL with Detroit's AHL team. So now on to Yakupov as our second, and in his career he had 350 games played, 62 goals, and 136 points. His draft year, he had 42 games played, 31 goals, and 69 points, which is really, really good. Rookie year was the lockout year. So he had 48 games played, 17 goals, 31 points, which is actually really good for a rookie. Best season was 81 games played, 14 goals, 33 points. You could argue that the rookie season is better because he did it in like a lot less games, but you know, that's just his highest point season. He was traded to St. Louis for Zach Pochero and a conditional third, and then he ended up signing a 1-year deal with Colorado for $875K. On to our next player, we have Griffin Reinhart. In his draft year, he had 12 goals, 36 points in 38 games with the Oil Kings. His career stats, he had 37 games played, 0 goals, and 2 points. Never got his first NHL goal. At the end of the 2018-19 season, he left for the KHL. He had 2 assists in 33 points. In the offseason of 2015, he got traded to the Edmonton Oilers in exchange for a first round. That first round turned into Matthew Barzal, and a second round who became Mitchell Stevenson. So now on to the next player, we have Derek Coolio. In his draft year, he played 72 games, had 11 goals, 59 points with Portland Winterhawks. His rookie season, he played 34 games, 2 goals, 7 points. In the summer of 2017, he was traded to Vancouver in exchange for Audrey Padan and a 4th rounder. His best season, he had 3 goals, 22 points in 71 games. In the summer of 2019, he signed a 1-year, $700K deal with the St. Louis Blues, where he had 2 games played, 0 points, 2 penalty minutes, and he was a -1 before being sent down. So, on to the next one now, and this one kind of sucks because I actually really like this guy coming out of juniors. It's Michael Dell. In his draft year, he had 39 goals, 95 points in 67 games played. In his career, he had 85 games played, 7 goals, 17 points. In his rookie year, he had 28 games played, 3 goals, 7 points. His best season so far, he's had 53 games played, 4 goals, 10 points. And he didn't play a game until 3 years after he was drafted. He's only 23, so there's still time for him to reach his potential. Just I don't see it. Maybe he could turn into like a bottom 6 forward. So this one's kind of recent, and I believe if he will come back to the NHL, he'll actually be a pretty good player. So it's Jesse Puljujärvi. In his draft year, he had 21 games played, 4 goals, and 11 points. In his rookie season, he had 1 goal, 8 points in 28 games. His career, he has 139 games played, 17 goals, 37 points. His best season was in 2017-18 when he had 65 games played, 12 goals, 20 points. His last season in Carpet of SM Liga, he had 56 games played, 24 goals, and 53 points, which is actually really good for that league. But I believe if he does come back, he will be a great player, probably top 6 forward for any team. On to the next one, we have Olli Juolevi. In his draft year, he had 9 goals, 42 points, in 57 games played with the London Knights. He went to SM Liga in 2017-18. He hasn't played an NHL game, but his AHL numbers did actually look pretty promising. In his first season, he had 18 games played, 1 goal, 13 points. And then in his second season, he had 45 games played, 2 goals, 25 points. So maybe if he makes a return one day, he can be a good player, but you never know. So now on to our next player. We have Scott Glennie. In his draft year, he had 55 games played, 28 goals, 70 points, which is pretty good. In his career, he only played 1 game and he got 0 points. The only thing he did was get 2 penalty minutes. Career AHL player, pretty much. He left hockey after 2016-17, and I don't know what happened, but he just completely didn't play the 2016 or 2015-16 season. So next player we have is Nikita Filatov, and his career was a little bit weird. In his draft year, he only played 5 games and recorded 0 points with CSKA Moscow. His rookie year, he had 8 games played, 4 goals, 4 points. In his career, he had 6 goals, 14 points in 53 games. In 2011, he was traded to the Senators for a 3rd-round pick that became Thomas Tillman, and he played in the KHL from 2011 to 2019. So next up, we got Jared Cowen, and in his draft year, he had 7 goals, 21 points in 48 games. In his career, he had 249 games played, 15 goals, 46 points. His rookie season, he had 82 games played, 5 goals, 17 points, which was also his best season, and it just kept going downhill from there until he stopped playing at the end of the 2015-16 year. He was an alright player for a bit, but he just never lived up to expectations. So now we got some honorable mentions. Magnus Pajärvi, he had 62 goals, 124 points, 467 games played. Solid bottom 6 forward, but he did not live up to expectations. He also played for Ottawa, just like the last 2. Next up, we got Alex Nylander. He had 13 goals, 32 points in 84 games played. A weak start, but hopefully he can pick it up here with Chicago. On to the next player. Next up, we got Sam Bennett. He just didn't live up to the expectations, but is still solid bottom six forward, could play second line if you really need him to. So next up, this one kind of sucks because I actually like Jake Virtanen and think he's a good fit in Vancouver, but he's just not living up to the expectations. Good power forward-like ability, and he's improving at a steady pace, and he could turn into that 30-goal scorer that they picked him to be. Now we got Hayden Fleury, and he didn't have a great start to his NHL career, but he had a good season last season, and hopefully just like Jake Virtanen, he can improve on that. Hey guys, this is the end of the video. So, if you liked the video, hit the like button. If you really liked, hit subscribe. And comment below if you think I missed someone. And also tell all your friends, and see you in the next one. Peace.